Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton McKenzie has vowed to turn around the country's jobs crisis. He says South Africa's rich mineral resources must benefit citizens. McKenzie led a campaign rally in Athlone in Cape Town to garner support ahead of the elections. Newsroom Africa reporter Nasipi Same joins us live with more from Athlone. Nasipi, we heard from Gayton McKenzie promising a jobs plan, but also promising to clamp down on violent crime. What else is he promising?
Indeed, fortunately for us, we do have the PA president here who wrapped up his speech not too long ago, his keynote address, touching on a number of those issues, creating jobs, including the getting rid of crime, as we know that a number of communities, particularly here in the Western Cape, in the metro, that are ravaged by crime. But I'm going to ask him to further expand just a little bit on that particular note, the expansion of jobs, including getting rid of crime. But let's start with the jobs. I mean, the economy on its own. How do you look at growing that and creating a society rather, or a country that will be able to attract investors to create those jobs?
All right. You see, FDI, to get foreign direct investment, is the lifeblood of every economy. Now, our laws in this country are anti-FDI. The laws like, for instance, the unions, they sit on boards, the unions decide what happens. That's not really how capitalists work. How are we going to create jobs first and foremost? South Africa is sitting on 6,000 mines. So I'm going to give you 3 examples of how we're going to create jobs. South Africa is sitting with 6,000 unused mines, closed mines. So what we'll be doing, we'll be reopening those mines. And the ones that we cannot reopen, we will then rehabilitate those mines. That's also jobs. Rehabilitating a mine, reopening a mine, jobs. At the moment, it's 6,000 mines. They're just sitting like that. You can give millions of people jobs in those mines, whether it's to rehabilitate them or whether it's to reopen the mines. Then the second one is that, you know, we've got, give or take, around 11 million illegal foreigners in this country. And 6 million of them, and this is a conservative figure, of them are in jobs. 6 million of them are working. By mass deporting, I immediately create 6 million jobs, just by mass deporting them. Just by mass deporting them. Then we are going to build a wall. We're going to build a wall. It's going to cost around 1.2 trillion. It's a 10-year, 12-year, 15-year project. But it's going to give a lot of people work. We're going to bring conscription back. We're going to bring voluntary service back. These are things that's going to make people make money. And that's what we're going to do. And the last and most important one is, we've got very anti-investment laws. Like, for instance, BE. BE is only working for the select few, and it's a small, minute minority. What we will be doing as the Patriotic Alliance, we will be starting an empowerment fund. That will be like a bank, because black people at the moment and colored people, we don't have collateral. Can't get loans at the bank because you don't have collateral. Now, this will be the only bank that functions without collateral. So what we'll be doing is, every company in South Africa, we will not tell you to take a black partner, we will not take you to have a black empowerment partner. All you need to do is to contribute 1% of your turnover in relation to your company. 1% of your turnover. And we'll take that 1%, it will be administered by the private sector, and people can make loans from that 1%, and that's how we're going to empower people. It will become a $1 trillion fund very quickly.
Gayton, you speak about getting rid of crime, drugs to be specific, particularly in colored communities. However, many experts have said that the reason that we see crime escalation or violent crime escalation is due to social ills. How are you going to look at ridding crime? I mean, you didn't speak about the social ills.
All right. You know, crime is not a policing issue only. Crime has got many facets to it. There's many reasons why people commit crime. One of the things that we have learned from Bukele, he is the president of El Salvador. He has the very same problems we have in this country. He had the very same death every day in El Salvador. They would shoot 40 people per day dead. And Bukele today is the second safest country in the world. He locked them up, he gave opportunities, and we're just going to follow his playbook. We're going to create opportunities. Nothing stops a bullet like a job.
Gayton, outside, when you arrived, there were pro-Palestine supporters. A couple of weeks ago, you were part of a panel discussion on crime in Hanover Park. You ruffled a lot of feathers. Outside, you saw the protest who said that you are antagonizing them. Earlier on, you apologized to the Muslims in the Patriotic Alliance. Talk to us about you doubling down on some of the things that you've said in the past.
No, I'm not doubling down. The Muslims of the year were insulted outside. I got the message when they came here. They were insulted by the very same Muslim brothers. So I apologize for the ordeal that they go through. So when I stopped, they were standing there and swearing my mother and whatever. So I went. I said, what's your problem? You see, they bully people, man. They bully people, and you're not going to get that right with me. They bullies. If you are unhappy about something, go and pick it on your own. There's not a Muslim that will tell me not to follow what the Bible tells me. Never. Not me. My Bible says, if you curse Israel, you curse yourself. I'm not this pub Christians. They can look for another Christian. Not me. I don't get bullied, and I don't bully people. So if they want to come here and swear my mother, he also has a mother. So I'm not going to be hiding. We are not the Jewish old woman that they must handle like this when here in the square. I'm not those women. You touch me, I touch you. Ek paisani. And the Muslims that are still standing by me, they understand that I've got nothing against Palestine. But I'm not going to say from the river to the sea. We are not even free yet here. But you want to free Palestine. We don't even have electricity. There's more electricity in Palestine than here. No, man, people just want to be nice and politically correct. Don't vote for me then. I'm not that type. I will never come here. All of a sudden, Jewish people must be my enemy. For what? In the struggle, Jewish people was with us. Now today, we must be told Jewish people are the devil. What devil? A death is a death. We cry for Palestinian children. We cry for Israeli children. But I can't tell him what. He mustn't listen to Prophet Muhammad. Why is he telling me not to listen to God?
Gayton, you called on the hundreds of people that are actually here at the Athlone Stadium, packed to capacity from all corners of the province, including outside, that they should vote for the Patriotic Alliance. You said that you will not be, or rather you're not looking to go into a coalition government. Are you speaking to any political parties at the moment and going into a coalition with them?
I am not speaking to no party because we want to win the Western Cape outright. Our people couldn't get in because they stopped our people from getting in, rightly so, because we were told we can only bring in 30,000 people. And we had like 10,000 people outside. And we have to abide by the rules. So we want to win the Western Cape outright. We have won 2 by-elections in the past 3 weeks. So ons baizani, ons is hier om te wen. We are going to win outright. Western Cape. We are taking it back.
So you're doing away with the fact that previously you've boasted about potentially being the kingmakers?
Now, nationally, we're not going to win outright. I mean, we must also be very realistic. Nationally, I will be the kingmaker. But in the Western Cape, you must understand, Gauteng is not here, Limpopo is not here, Eastern Cape is, Free State is not here, Northwest is not here, Mpumalanga is not here. This is just the surrounding places. So we are going to be the kingmakers in South Africa and Western Cape and the Northern Cape. We are going to win outright.
So if you're looking to be an outright majority in the Western Cape, how then are you going to be a kingmaker nationally, going into a coalition, taking into account that you're saying that people should vote for you because you want to remove the current government?
You see, we don't have a party, we don't have a country that consists of only the ANC and the DA. The ANC has had 30 years. The DA has had 15 years. We need new people. There's a lot of new parties that's coming up, and I hope they can do well, and we can get together on a national level.
And which political parties are those?
Well, you have Raisam Zanzi, you have Kaluva. You have different parties coming up now. You have Bosa coming up. You've got a lot of registered parties coming up, and I wish for them to do well. Action SA, I can trust Mashaba any day. Most trustworthy guy. You can take his word to the bank. But the DNA and ANC, I've learned my lesson with them.
Of the new political parties, I mean, you mentioned some that are new players. They don't have a track record. What are you looking at that informs the Patriotic Alliance to get into a coalition with a new government, or new party rather, that does not have a track record?
You know, for us, We are the only party that was very clear from the beginning. We said we don't care who we're going into coalition with, as long as you respect our promises we've made to these people that fill the stadium. We don't care who our coalition partner is, to be quite frank with you. Because coalition, you look at coalitions, if you want to dictate in a coalition, you should have won outright. If you don't win outright, you must have some humility, some humbleness in you, and say, well, I didn't win outright. Let me see. You know, the best way to explain the coalition is like I explained it to my son the other day. I said to him, listen, my boy, a coalition is like this. I have warm water. The DA has sugar. The ANC has coffee. And Action SA has milk. We all want to drink coffee. What do? We say, all right, I'm going to bring my water. You bring your sugar. And we share the coffee that we make in the cup for our people. That's a coalition. There'll be no coffee if you want to be arrogant and say, I don't work with you. If you don't have warm water, that's your problem.
Transparency now coming into these discussions of coalitions. How transparent will it be, taking into account that people would have voted for the Patriotic Alliance?
The Patriotic Alliance is the most transparent, and I'll make you 2 examples of our transparency. The Patriotic Alliance is the only party that the president of the party speaks to their supporters twice a week. Twice a week, they ask me any question. My lives are renowned. People ask me questions. I interact with my people. Number 2, when you sign up for the PA, it's the only party where we can't cheat the process. Because when you sign up now, you get a number. And your friends sign up, you get the number, the following number. We were trying to get a friend of us to be number 3, the 300,000 supporter of the PA. We failed. We were all sitting like this. He wanted to be number 300,000. We couldn't. That's the integrity of our process. So we've got 500,000 registered voters that said we want to join this party. So I think we're going to be the breakout party of the 2024 election.
Going back to the Western Cape now, the DA has been in government in the Western Cape since 2009, has had quite a firm grip on it. The only province in the country that is not governed by the ANC. What are you bringing to the table that's going to change this post the general elections?
I bring jobs for South Africans. That's number 1. All these jobs they're talking about here, there's 800,000 jobs. It's for illegal foreigners.
But Gayton, you're not the first political party to promise jobs.
I'm the first leader of a political party that promises jobs, that has created jobs in his own right. I own big companies. I'm an entrepreneur. I understand that I have commercial sense. Now, these people that never run a tuck shop is talking about jobs. While you have me, I know how to create jobs.
How many jobs did you create in the central Karoo when you were the district mayor there?
The most. Let me tell you what I did in the central Karoo. When I came in, people were using bucket toilets. When I came in the central Karoo, people in Lugamka, they are here today, they were drinking dirty water. They had to cook that water to drink it. They first cook it to make it clean. The swimming pools were not working. I said, if I don't fix this in 100 days, I must resign. Nobody's got a bucket toilet today. The swimming pools are working today. The people are drinking clean drinking water. Now, those people that fix those things is not me. It was job creation.
We'll have to leave it there. Gayton McKenzie, PA, Patriotic Alliance leader there, taking us through his aspirations come the general elections on the 29th of May. It's yet to be seen whether or not his rally in Athlone, with the hundreds and thousands of people that are here, will actually materialize in what they are looking to achieve, which is an outright majority in the Western Cape. More for the viewers after the ad break.